Well, first of all, thank you for being here, especially on short notice. We appreciate you covering the news conference. Earlier today, we found elevated bacteria levels in an isolated single area of the Flour Bluff region of our city. These elevated bacteria levels mean that we're going to have to issue a boil order. We're working very cooperatively with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, and at their direction, the boil order will extend to the entire city. I think at this point, what I'd like to do is turn the time over to Gus for some details, and then I'll come back to the microphone.
Good afternoon, Gus Gonzalez, Assistant City Manager for Public Works and Utilities. We have a very aggressive and professional water quality control group. Every month we sample over 150 samples of the entire system as a proactive approach and a mandated requirement of the state to sample our water. As part of that daily testing, we found 2 positive samples in the Flour Bluff area. And because we were allowed to retest, we found those yesterday in Flour Bluff. The state standard requires us to retest, in which we did that, and it confirmed that there is a positive for E. coli. As part of our commitment to this community, we committed to the public health and safety. We continue to, I can assure you, there's elevated chlorine levels in the system, and that's how we disinfect our system. We are proactively flushing our system. We're reboosting. We're doing many things, and the crews are mobilized to actually monitor, inspect, and mitigate or find the cause of this contamination or this bacteria and eliminate it. So we've taken samples this morning. It's a 24-hour incubation period. We will find out in the morning if the positives come back negative, we can lift that boil order. But by mandate, we have to take 15 samples of the system. So we're going to do that. We're doing that. The crews are activated, mobilized to do many other action items within the area, and we're aggressively going to mitigate this issue. So with that, we will be issuing a 24-hour, or at least a boil order, today, effectively, currently. We've been just on the phone, certainly with the state regulatory agency, TCEQ. We've interacted with them all day, and we provided quite a bit of data, and this is the recommendation that they have. So we feel that this is a localized event in this Flour Bluff area, but as a precaution and certainly as a mandate, we're going to issue it for the city, and then we will have the results in the morning, and certainly as they come back, those tests, we will give you another briefing. So with that, I can certainly either turn it back to Ron and
let me make a couple more comments. I want to assure everyone that we are committed to quickly finding the cause of this problem and getting it resolved. We will move just as quickly as we can to a resolution, because we know how inconvenient this can be, and we regret it. I would like to be doing just about anything besides this right now, and so I want to assure you we are moving very quickly to get this problem resolved.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
So how long is the boil? How long do people need to boil?
Yeah. Well, it's possible that we could have a clear sample by about noon tomorrow, but the boil order has to stay in effect until we get clear samples from this area that has been contaminated or has high bacteria levels. So it will be at least until noon tomorrow. It could be longer if we don't get a clear sample.
What I meant was, how long do people have to boil the water before they can drink it?
Oh, 2 minutes. It has to be a rolling boil for 2 minutes in order to be safe to drink.
Can you be any more specific as to pinpointing the location in the bluff? Is there an intersection or a road or something like that?
I think Gus can tell you where the negative sample.
Yeah.
I guess positive is negative, where the bad sample came from.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It's generally just a couple of blocks west of Waldron Road. Kim will be providing a map of that area. And so she will have that to disseminate and distribute.
Thank you.
In terms of shower water, is this generalizing all types of water? Can you still bathe?
Absolutely. You can still bathe. You can conduct your normal business. You just don't want to drink it. Make sure that any water that you consume, you want to have it in boil and process it out.
Washing dishes.
Yeah, you can certainly put them in the dishwasher. The dishwasher causes a very high heat, and certainly you can wash your dishes.
What kind of bacteria?
It's E. coli, enterococci.
So we had this issue a couple of years back, and one of the things that was kind of talked about were people who might be at more risk. So people who might be at more risk for being impacted by this would include.
Well, certainly people with autoimmune issues would be at risk. The elderly, the infants and elderly would be at risk. And so those would have to certainly be the ones to pay attention to. Everybody should obviously adopt the rule order, but those would be.
No one has gotten sick, you know?
No, sir, not at all. And we are making a very diligent effort, again, based on previous occurrences of this. We've established a very professional water quality control group with many protocols. And so we have an action plan, and we're initiating that action plan. We're coordinating with the state and doing everything we can to mitigate this. And so what are the causes? We contributed to some higher temperatures. We've seen some very high index temperatures, lower demands maybe. We also looking for some cross connection. That is where maybe some irrigators have connected into the system without a backflow device. And so we're looking, crews are going through the entire neighborhood to see maybe there was some work done that may have caused this.
That's one of you mentioned in the last problem.
Yeah, the last problem was in July of 2007. It's when we had the original or the last instance of an issue with contamination.
This is only citywide, this isn't required to beyond the city limits?
Yeah, no, it doesn't apply to beyond the limit. It's citywide, anybody within the city customer of the City of Corpus Christi. Again, we feel it's localized within the Flour Bluff area, but certainly, and we take almost over 150 samples a month in the entire system. We have dedicated sampling points, and so to ensure that your water is safe, we're very proactive in making sure that there is no contamination. It just happened that this was tested positive. We get an opportunity to retest. We tested, it came positive again, and now we're at the point where we have to issue it. Certainly, we're going to wait 24 hours and then we'll give you the new results.
What's the safe reading for the levels of bacteria and what was?
There is no safe reading, either positive or negative. It's either presence or there isn't. So,
When was the first test conducted and then the repeat test?
we test every day, obviously. So the first test, today is Thursday. The first test, the test that came out positive was performed on Tuesday. So we got those results on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, we did a repeat sampling, and today they came out positive.
So you believe that it's localized to Flour Bluff. So what is the concern in terms of the rest of the city? Is it just precautionary? There have been no other positive results?
There have been no other positive results in the entire city. We had many discussions with the state, and we debated back and forth. We provided all the modeling information, mapping information, pressure, and data. It was their intent to lie on the safe side, and so that they requested that we issue it.
I think part of the answer to that question is that while we do believe it is localized, we can't guarantee that it's not localized. So the safe thing to do is to issue the boil order for the entire community. Any other questions? Gus or I would be happy to talk to you individually if you'd like to. Thank you for being here.